Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to make a recipe for plantain bread. So this is a grain-free, gluten-free bread, and it's actually made from plantains, which if you're not familiar, they're sort of like a banana, but they're starchier, and especially when they're not fully ripe, they're going to be much starchier and less sweet than a banana. So they make a really nice ingredient for this bread recipe. They're a good source of prebiotic fiber, a good source of resistant starch, which is going to feed the healthy bacteria in our gut. And they're just a really nice whole food. So rather than using a flour for the base of the bread, we're using a whole food starch. So the ingredients for this bread are really simple. It's just plantains, eggs, and a couple tablespoons of coconut flour. So to get started, I'm going to peel the plantains. And the way I like to do this is to start by cutting off the ends and then cut it in half. And then I like to score the peel with the knife in a few places. And then you can peel the skin off like that. So for this recipe, you do want to choose greener plantains. You can see this one is a bit yellow. This one's a bit more green. Anything like that will work. You just don't want them when they're fully ripe and black spotted, because that's when they're sweeter. So that's better for a dessert recipe. But this is just a plain bread recipe that you can use with either sweet or savory toppings. So I'll go ahead and peel the rest of the plantains. So the plantains are all peeled now, and I'm going to chop them into chunks and add them to the food processor. Now I'll blend these until they're smooth, and then I'll add the other ingredients. So the batter is smooth now, and I'll go ahead and add, I've got a couple of eggs here. So these are pasteurized eggs, and these will bind the bread and help it to rise. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. So this is a gluten-free, grain-free flour, and it's very absorbent, so I just need a little bit. And I'll add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'll measure out 1 teaspoon of baking soda, but I'm going to add this right at the end. I'll process this again. I'm also going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to use this little toaster oven so it will preheat really quickly. So I've just added the baking soda, and now I'm going to give it a quick blend just to incorporate. All right, this is looking really nice and smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and pour it into a small loaf pan that I've greased with some coconut oil. So the batter is all in the loaf pan, and I've smoothed the top, and it's ready to go into the oven, and it will bake for about a half an hour or so. The plantain bread has been out of the oven for a while, and it's nice and cool now. And I'm going to go ahead and slice it. It smells really good. It smells a little bit like cornbread, actually. So this is really nice, either for sweet or savory toppings. So I like to put almond butter and honey on it, And I also like to put avocado on it to make avocado toast. I hope you try out this recipe for plantain bread and enjoy it.